Hello? 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 Hey! Hey, mommy. Hi. Hi, mom. Who is it today? Maya? Maya?
Yes, it's me.
It's Maya. How you doing?
Hi.
Good to see you. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Thanks to you.
Well, thank you. I see mom is up and in her chair today and smiling, looking beautiful. Look at her.
She got her baby.
And she's got a baby with her, and she's looking at me and she's giving me a little bit of a smile. Hello, mommy. It's me, that big head Jimmy. How you doing? You look nice today, Mom. You got a pretty smile. Saying, who is that man wearing me? It's only me. I'm glad to see you up. Was in bed last week when I saw you. But you're looking beautiful today. I love that top. It's really a nice looking top. A pretty top. So you got your little baby with you. Yeah. You see me? You see me okay? You looking good? Oh yeah, I see. You see me now. Yeah. Oops. Got the hiccups? Don't drop your baby. You don't want to drop your baby. Did you have a nice breakfast today? Can you hear me okay? It's finally Friday. I hope you don't have any more hiccups. That was a big hiccup. Your eyes are nice and bright and cheerful. It's a beautiful day. It's not too hot outside. We have some really, it's still springtime, although it's really June now. But it's not so bad outside. It's actually pretty mild outside today. I hope you saw somebody this week. Did you see Sharon or Diane or Trudy or Rachel? Did you see Marshall? Did you see Neil or Jason? Did you see anybody? We got this big head boy with you right now. The big one, big head, the giant head, water head boy. It's me, Jimmy. I hope you don't drop your baby. Oh, there's your smile. I knew you had a smile in there somewhere. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe things have been quiet this week. Maybe by next week I'll be able to come up and see you. I want to come up and come visit you. Which would be real nice. I'd love to be able to come and visit with you. Come and sit outside and get some air and look at the trees. And who's that talking? I hear somebody talking. That might be Miss Carter. Well, it's been kind of a quiet week. It's just with the virus is still going on. They let us come, let us see. At least I get to see this way. But soon we'll be able to come back in. They want to make sure everybody stays safe. Uh-oh. Hope you don't drop the baby. Sometimes I run my mouth. I think it keeps you from getting arrested. There's not a whole lot. I can't think. It was just a quiet week. Didn't do much anything. Dee Dee is in town, my granddaughter, so I might see her today. I wish I could catch her, get Braxton to bring her by on a Friday morning so you can see her again. She's getting tall. Be only 4 years old. She looks like she's about 6 or 7 already. She doesn't even look like a toddler. She's just a big baby, but she doesn't look like one at all. And she's ready to be marching off to school. But she goes to daycare, which is just like pre-K. She knows how to read a little bit, and they have a writing and spelling and counting, all those things that I don't know how we learned all that stuff when we were little. You taught me how to count, and you taught me my alphabet. But these days, they rely on babysitters and pre-K and nursery schools and stuff like that. So did you drop your baby, Mommy? Where's the baby gone? Baby's on the floor. Wow. Well, I'll get them to pick it up. Yeah, I'll tell them. They'll be back in a few minutes and they probably will pick it up. I was trying to think of if I was going to bring up some kind of old subject, what would I talk about today? We're thinking about Drew Hill Park. Remember how we used to go to Drew Hill Park? We used to go to Drew Hill Park in the summertime, sometimes 2 and 3 times a week. We got out the house and we took a nice ride and we went over to the park and we got to play in the grass for a minute. And it was just nice to get away from the house and get away from the neighborhood. And I think of how lucky we were we could do that. We used to love to go to Drew Hill Park. Even if we didn't always go to the zoo. We didn't go to the children's zoo. We just went to the park and sat by the reservoir and looked at the water. And looked at the big fountain. Remember the big fountain would come on and had the pretty lights. They changed all of that now. I don't even know if the lake is part of the lake. They dried up part of the lake, and I think they took the fountain out. But that used to be such a pretty fountain at night. You would ride past in all different colors. Remember the different colors? It was really something nice. Drew Hill Park. And sometimes we'd be out there. And we'd be playing by ourselves, and then some stranger would come by, and we would be watching to make sure the strangers wouldn't do nothing. And sometimes, one time a great big dog came and decided it liked our family. When I look back now, because I can remember what that dog looked like, it was a big pit bull. Back when pit bulls, nobody thought they were dangerous dogs back then. But it was a big one. It was a white one. And I remember because we were over by the big sliding board. Oh, you got the baby. Oh, that's good. You didn't drop the baby. Yay! I'm so glad to see you got the baby with you. That was a surprise. You surprised me. I thought the baby was gone, and you got the baby with you. See, you tricked me, Mom. That's so nice. I'm so happy to see the baby. And so you can look at this beautiful smile. Yeah, that is so nice. I took a picture of you just now. I'm going to show everybody your picture so they can see how nice you look. There's a beautiful top, and you did good. You had the baby. You were hiding the baby from me all that time. That's nice. That was a good trick. You tricked me real good that time. Yeah. I thought for sure you had dropped the baby. You were just holding that baby. All that time you had that baby, you were hiding that baby from me. That's all right. See, you knew what you were doing. Now you're laughing. So you knew what you were doing. Well, I'm happy to see you in a happy, good mood. I thought she was in a bad mood a little bit. I know they wake you up sometimes, and sometimes I know you would rather be asleep, but it's okay. They'll let you go back to sleep. And it's going to be lunchtime soon, so you'll get something to eat in a little bit, a nice meal, and they got good food. I'm just so surprised you had that little baby hiding that baby all that time. I thought for sure the baby was gone. So you knew what you were doing, and you're still laughing about that. All right, that's okay, Mom. So you knew what you were doing. You tricked me. Yeah. That baby just is cute. It's a cute baby. But you look cute. And when you smile like that, your eyes twinkle. You have eyes that twinkle. You have beautiful eyes, Mom. You see my eyes are bloodshot. Yeah. But I'm looking down, I'm actually looking at you. When I'm looking up, like right now, I'm looking into the camera. So we're looking at cameras. That's really something. But it's nice to be able to see you like this, because at least I can sit with you, even if I can't be there, I can still be with you. And that's a real blessing right there. That's the good news is that even though they got that virus, if that virus is bad, we can still see you and still visit you this way. And if things go right, maybe next week, I'll be coming up. I'll bring some donuts, and I'll come up and we'll sit outside and have a good time together. Yeah. Wow, you just made my day with that baby. That was a good trick, Mom. That was a good trick. You got me. You sure did get me. I did not, was not. I thought you dropped it. Oh, okay. So I thought you had dropped that baby, and no, you hadn't dropped that baby. You knew exactly what you were doing. So I'm going to trick him and make him think I dropped the baby. So I think everybody's doing okay as far as I know. Things are quiet, and quiet is always good. You know, so I haven't heard anything from hardly anybody though. It was a quiet week. It's nothing. Before I knew it was Friday. We had a lot of rain early this week, and it got cold outside. Actually, got kind of cold. It was only in the 60s, but this is almost July, so it's supposed to be hot outside right now. Everything was quiet here at the house. As far as I know, everybody's doing okay. I talked to Rachel for a little bit. That's been about it, really. And Neil. Neil has lost a lot of weight. Wait till you see Neil. Neil looks like a movie star now. He's got his weight down, and he goes out, he exercises every day. He walks about 7 miles a day. I walk about 3 miles a day, but he's walking about 7 miles a day. And I'm creeping around. I walk out Lake Montebello like you and Dad used to do. Remember that? You and Dad used to go around Lake Montebello? Then Dad starts sitting in the car, and you would walk by yourself. Then you had a pistol in the bag in your pocket. Oh, you remember that. You used to carry a gun. You could walk around Lake Montebello with a pistol in your pocketbook. You had your pocketbook with you. But you did pretty good at walking. That's a nice walk around that lake. There's a long walk. So I walk around 3 times, a little less than 3 times, because I walk around twice and then part of the way and then I come back. So I'm trying to do 3 miles right now, but I'm going to get, when I go around 3 times, it's a little bit over 4 miles. So my goal is to get back up to 3 whole times around. And hopefully I'll be in better shape. They called me yesterday, my class of graduating class from high school, they're planning our 50th anniversary. So if I live to see it, it'll be 50 years ago I graduated from high school. And it won't be this year. Well, it will be this year, but it won't be until around November. 72, no, it's next year. Why am I thinking? So it's next year, it's 2022, and then 1972, so it's November of next year. But they've got to start planning it now. Although they wait too long, ain't gonna be hardly many people left to go to the reunion, because there'll be a bunch of old men now sitting around with their wives, probably just eating up everything and talking about the good old days and probably making up stories of stuff that didn't happen that we would think we remember that did not happen at all. You know, I mean, talking about the time I don't know, ran around, flew around the school in an airplane or something that I didn't do, but, you know, remember stuff. You're looking cute with that baby. Ain't nobody gonna take that baby from you. Has it been a good baby? I'm glad to see you sitting up today, because you was in bed last week and you went to sleep on me. But it's okay. I'm just glad to see you. But I feel better when I see you sitting up and you're looking bright. Your eyes, wow, so bright and so clear. I wish my eyes were like that. And just tell me the truth. On the ball. My eyes are so bloodshot because I'm sleepy most of the time. And I shouldn't be sleepy. I should be awake. But I'm sleepy all the time. Sleepy all the time. That's going to be 50 years I've been out of high school. And I can remember the first day of going to school. The very first day, I remember being registered. I remember going up to 101, going to 101 with you. And in Miss Council's kindergarten, remember the kindergarten was in a special part of the school. And they had a sliding board inside the classroom. And after I counted a little bit and said my ABCs and told them my name and told them where I lived, I think I even told them my phone number. They told me they could get on the sliding board. As many times I've been on the sliding board, I jumped up on the sliding board and slid down and slid right onto my butt. Bam! It didn't hurt, because back then, if I did it now, you'd have to call an ambulance. But back then, I slid on my butt, and then we marched home, and you told me how proud you were because I did all my stuff and showed them people I could count. And I knew what I would, knew some things. And that was a good way for me to start school, because the first 6 years of school, I loved 101. I loved that school. And every one of my teachers, except Miss Dixon. And Miss Dixon wasn't a bad teacher. Miss Dixon just saw me differently than all other teachers saw me as a good kid. Miss Dixon thought I was some kind of hoodlum or something. Even though I wasn't no hoodlum. I wasn't doing nothing bad, but she just seemed to think I was. But then Miss Dixon got me to win the art contest. We had the big poster contest for the whole school, and I won first place thanks to her. But then in the 6th grade, I had Miss Harris, and I used to run all the errands for Miss Harris, so I had special privileges with that. But I can remember all of my teachers by name in elementary school and in junior high school. But by the time I got to senior high school, I can't remember half. I can physically remember them if somebody brings them up. But if I had to think of their names right now, I probably couldn't come. I couldn't even tell you who my 10th grade homeroom teacher was. But I know who my 9th grade, 8th grade, and 7th grade homeroom teachers were. But I can tell you, once I got to 10th grade, it was just a whole different world. I was a whole different kid by then. and school was still important to me, but the world was kind of calling to me too. I wanted to get out and see what was going on and do stuff. But I loved 101. And I remember I had Miss Council for the first half of kindergarten, and then Miss Purcell for the second half. Then for first grade was Marlene Brown. Marlene Brown was my teacher. I think she was Sharon, Diane's, and then David was the last one. Then she retired. But she actually went all the way down. David was the last Dupree that she taught. Then my second grade teacher was Gloria Brown, another Brown. And she was my teacher in 1962. That's about the time the Satisfactions were starting to break apart. With the first grade, I used to think I was a star because we had musicians in the family. The band was practicing in the basement. But in second grade, things were starting to change a little bit. Third grade, I had Miss Forte. And she was a real nice lady, but I was only in her class a couple of months. If you remember, she got sick. And when she came back, she gave me a letter to bring home. And back then, I knew I was in some kind of trouble. I was scared to bring the note home. I'm thinking, oh my God, I've done it now. And when y'all opened the note, the letter said they were going to skip me and put me in the fourth grade. And I was hiding. I think after I gave y'all a letter, I ran upstairs for a minute because I just knew I was in some kind of terrible trouble. And we had substitute teachers. And you know when a substitute come in, kids want to act up. And me like a dummy, if the class was acting up, I was acting up with them. But then I end up in Miss Gallup's class. And that was 1963. And I was in Miss Gallup's class the day that John Kennedy got shot. I remember that day. We were sitting in class, and all of a sudden they came in and they talked to Miss Gallup, and she saw how, oh my God. And they told everybody, she said the president's been shot, and they left. She went to the teacher's lounge, and the class was yelling and screaming, the girls were crying, and then she came back and said the president had died and told us all to go home. Then that fifth grade was Miss Dixon. Remember, Miss Dixon's the one that had to come to the house and get me one time and take me back to school. Uh-oh. It sounds like our time is up, Mom. Is that Maya?
Yes, sir.
We had a great visit today. She tricked me. And she knew she did it. Look at her face. She pretended that she dropped the doll.
Oh, really?
And she kept looking down at the floor, right? And looking down the floor, and all of a sudden she popped back up with the doll in my hand and looked right at me and started laughing. I said, she is playing with me over this thing. So we had a good visit. Yeah, but the doll, because the way she was holding it, it was slipping further and further out of her hand, so I knew it had slipped out of her lap.
Yeah.
And she just played it off, and she was real methodical about it, and then she's just leaning forward, and she sprung up with the doll. And then she looked right at me and busted out laughing. She had been kind of not, showing a lot of emotion. I mean, all of a sudden she knew she did it. You knew you tricked her.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad to see her up today. And glad,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, so, and she's smiling, and her eyes are so bright and clear. That's what gets me. My eyes are bloodshot, and I don't drink. And don't drug, none of that. I wish my eyes were that clear. I think most people think I'm a drunk or something, but my eyes stay bloodshot. So anyway, I'll let you go. Mommy, I love you. Maybe, did y'all have any outbreaks this week? Do you know if it was good?
Nah, you just did testing yesterday, so hopefully no.
Okay, so.
And then I think we had to do another week full of negatives.
Okay.
I think once we get 2 weeks of negatives from staff and residents, I think that's when we'll resume.
I hope so, because that'd be nice to come up and spend some time with Mom that way.
Yeah.
Plus, I'll bring some donuts when I come.
Okay.
So anyway, you take care of yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. We had a great visit. This always makes my day when Mom is up and alert and interactive, so she messed with me today. She really did trick me because she laughed a long time after she did that.
That's good. I'm glad y'all had a good time today.
All right, well, you take care of yourself again. I'll be talking to you soon.
All
Bye,
right.
bye, Mom. See you, Mommy. Mom. Oh, Mom. Miss Lyla. Okay. Well, she's smiling. Take care. You can cut me off.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Mom. Now you see me. Okay. Love you. Love you, Mommy. All right. Bye, bye.